So we're back again here in Coliving Awards, Coliving Conference. I'm here with Lodewijk. So Lodewijk, you're one of the speakers just now on a very exciting panel. Maybe give an introduction on what the panel was and who are you?
So my name is Lodewijk van Grootel. I'm the co-founder of GROWE, property management. We are a white label operator and we are working for several property owners, but also developers. Also a municipality even since recently. But besides managing, we are also involved in the pre-opening and development stages, where we basically help the property owner make the right decisions for the goal that they want to reach.
Yeah.
And indeed, this morning I was a moderator about Coliving 2.0, and we were basically trying to find out what were the biggest changes over the last few years, and but most importantly, of course, what's going to happen in the next years. And one of the biggest conclusions was that we are preparing co-living properties for more and more segments.
Right.
Where before we were really in the PBSA market, young professionals, perhaps some multifamily.
Yeah.
But I've heard the word senior living and active adult a lot also. So we really can see that all the both investors but also operators, they are like expanding their horizon.
Got it. And how did you come into co-living? Who are you before Lodewijk, the specialist, the panelist?
I have a hotel background. And I think that goes really good hand in hand, right? Because there's putting hospitality into residential building is only something from the past years. It hasn't been like that forever. And after my career in hotel management, I actually switched to Greystar. And I was responsible for the property here in Amsterdam, 1,700 units and a lot of commercial spaces. And after doing that for a few years, I started my own company. First freelancing for several clients. And since last year, I partnered up with somebody actually I know from hotel school. We've been friends also, this is where GROWE started. And since then, we are now growing up to 800 units by the end of next year. So we are going fast. We want to do things a little bit differently. The traditional property manager has got their way of doing things, but we try to be more efficient and stay personal and use smart building technology and software. And so we just need to be very careful that we are not growing now too fast and we really stick to our core.
Growing out too fast, that's an interesting concept because I think in the industry there's talks about influx of some money, causing companies to grow at a rate that's not sustainable. So how do you keep from growing too fast?
So we are already involved in very early stages in the development, sometimes even 2 years before the actual opening of the property. So this also gives us a lot of time to prepare together with the developer and also for the next step of actually operating it. It's just a result of what we're doing. And in the phase before, in the pre-opening and in development phase, we're just making sure that the operation is a walk in the park. Because all the big decisions are being made during the construction and during the development. And there's only so much impact you can have after actual delivery of the property.
Right, that's interesting. And in your profile as well, you're not only an operator for co-living, but you're also you do assessments of it. You're a judge on the Co-Living Awards. What is a feasibility analysis? Like, what do you look at? Break it down to a person that doesn't know co-living or even real estate.
Basically when there is a new project coming up, there's a developer, he's got an idea. First of all, the question they will always ask is, hey, what kind of product do I want to build and what kind of result, NOI, is this resulting into? And where we step in is we kind of break that down into programming the building in the right way, determining a service level that they want to achieve. We really go into depth on their values and what kind of co-living or service departments or what's their goal.
Right.
And after really analyzing all of this together, then the result will be a P&L where you can tweak. And what we see is that investors sometimes start the other way around. This is where we can assist with a lot of early stage projects.
That's interesting because my background's also in finance and M&A, and where I come to with companies is I say start with your business model and your P&L. Start with building it from that tops down before you even start building any product, because entrepreneurs and founders, they're like, I want to build this product and I believe in it and I have all the customers I think. And 5 years down the road, they realize that why is it not working well? The business model was screwed from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Of course. Before you start, you need to know what kind of business model and what kind of revenues you can make, what kind of results you can achieve. Just by test casing different kind of business models, you will get to the right model where you have the right balance between community living in combination with numerical results. So sometimes we are not getting there in one time. Sometimes we need a few of these sessions where we say like, okay, well, what are your goals in terms of ROI or those kind of things? And then, sometimes it's not there yet, and then we need to tweak the business model again a little bit.
What's the worst business model you've ever seen?
I haven't seen really bad business models, but what I do see a lot is that sometimes constructions are just starting, and people start to think about these kind of things too late. So I think you need to start thinking from a concept already, like in a very early stages, before you even start your construction and your whole development. But what I see is like usually it happens that people involve us or involve other operators too late in the decision making.
Would you say a lot of co-living operators and developers have this mindset of yours, looking from the more operational standpoint, more of that the financial standpoint, or are you a little bit of a...
Yeah, well, we are working white label, right? So we are working under the name of the property owner's brand.
Got it.
But I also think that like branded operators who are here also today in the Coliving Conference, they also tend to have this approach.
Got it.
Yeah, this is like the vertically integrated concept where you have investment development and operations all under one roof. And I think they, especially with mixed use, they involve each other a lot in their...
So it's the small and medium players that maybe don't have access to such kind of skill set, and that's where you come in.
Where we found an opportunity is units up to 300 units, for example. Because this is not interesting for all investors or larger operators with large on-site teams and those kind of things. And we noticed that if we have scale and we have multiple smaller apartment buildings, for example 50 to 75 units, that those property owners can still benefit from our scale. And they can still offer this product. Yes, a lot of operators are working the way that we are, but we are really focusing up to the operators up to with a bit smaller scale.
Lodewijk, do you have any more messages, one more last message to anyone out there who doesn't know co-living?
I think as somebody from the outside, it's really interesting to visit one of these conferences also. So it happens too much that we need to still explain what co-living is.
Yes.
And we just need to keep on doing that.
So the next session we have is, what the hell is co-living?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay.